Let me give you a quick 101 on tofu. First of all, I usually buy tofu that's extra firm because it's better for cooking methods and it holds its shape well. I also like to press the tofu because by doing this, it removes the excess water and will allow it to absorb all of the flavors that you're going to have in your particular. Typically with tofu, you're going to want to use high heat because you're going to want a crispy texture. And so like when stir frying or if you're going to bake it, use high heat to get that nice crispy outside and keeping it tender on the inside. Also remember to cut it into bite-sized pieces. And I like making it anywhere close to a half an inch to a quarter of an inch because I don't like gigantic pieces of tofu in my food. The nice thing about tofu is that you can bake it, grill it, stir fry it, saute it, or even deep fry it. So it gives you an opportunity to experiment with all kinds of techniques. Tofu can be very versatile. We're baking our tofu tonight, so because of that, I need to season it. And because of the fact that tofu really takes on the flavors of what's around it. So what we're going to do tonight is that I've seasoned it with black pepper and salt. You can certainly leave out whichever one you want. I'm then going to place some cornstarch into this bowl, get the tofu all nice and cornstarchy, and then we're going to spread it onto a nice lined baking sheet and put it into a 425 oven until our tofu is nice and crispy. Tonight's dinner is going to come together so quick. I've gotten the heat up and we're going to add just a small layer of vegetable broth in the bottom of our skillet. As with most cooking, we're going to need some aromatics. So I'm going to add our onions and I'm going to let those onions soak up and get happy with the broth that is down in the pan. Now keep in mind that the reason for the broth being added first is because of the fact that we're not using any oils. Tonight I'm taking a little shortcut and I found a bag of vegetables that are for stir fries already cut up. And so I have broccoli, I've got carrots, I've got cauliflower, all in this bag that we're going to add to our pan. You'll notice that I have not added any tofu yet. And that's because of the fact that the tofu is going to be the very last thing that's going to come to this skillet. And the reason for that is because, number one, I don't want to break it up. And I want it to maintain its crispy texture as long as it can. I love teriyaki. And I found at Trader Joe's an island teriyaki. It's a marinade as well as a sauce. And we're going to be using it. It's got garlic. It's got all those flavors that you would expect in a teriyaki sauce. And it's going to alleviate my having to really add a lot of other flavors because everything's in the sauce. And once we get all of this nice and hot, then I'll put the tofu into the pan. For the last 5 minutes after I've added the tofu, I'm going to put the top on it because I want everything to simmer. And I want the tofu to start to pick up the teriyaki flavor as well. But just think, 10 minutes and this meal is going to be done. How about that? I also have some rice that I've already cooked on the side. So this particular vegetable stir fry is going to be served over a bed of brown rice. Cooks, I hope you know that you are always welcome into the kitchen of Ebony Ivy and Thyme. I hope that you, if you have not been a part of this family, that you stopped and that you subscribed. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. Now, come back to the kitchen and have a great time with me preparing easy and delicious weeknight meals. I'll see you soon. Blessings.